This is Corey Martin, meteorologist with the National Weather Service office here in North Platte with a multimedia briefing concerning the severe weather potential in western and north central Nebraska for later today. We'll begin this briefing by taking a look at the basic atmospheric setup for the severe weather expected today. Little has changed from the forecast from last night as we're still tracking a powerful upper-level pressure system deepening over the central Rockies, which in turn is helping to form a surface low pressure system over eastern Colorado. The combination of these two systems is helping to stream deep moisture into the high plains, which is helping to raise our instability to fuel storms later today. This instability, combined with the presence of the upper-level jet stream over the area, will provide for an explosive environment for thunderstorm development, which could help bring us a busy day of severe weather across the area later today. We'll now look at the Day 1 outlook from the Storm Prediction Center, which shows a moderate risk for severe storms over parts of our forecast area in the southwest, mainly around North Platte up to Stapleton, down to Imperial and Stockville, with the rest of the forecast area under a slight risk for severe storms. The tornado outlook shows the best potential for tornadic activity to be down in Kansas and Oklahoma. However, that does not rule out tornadoes from occurring in our area. Later in this briefing, I'll hash out what we're expecting in terms of the best chances for tornadoes in our forecast area. Of particular concern is the hail outlook, which shows a high probability for significant severe hail to occur, especially in southwest Nebraska. In addition, severe winds will also be expected, with the SPC highlighting southwest Nebraska as well for the threat of damaging wind gusts. As we did yesterday, we'll quickly go over what these risk outlooks from the SPC mean. We'll start with the slight risk as essentially a statistical probability of severe weather occurring. However, it does not mean that storms will only be slightly severe or that there will not be any tornadoes. To put it shortly, if you are in the slight risk area, it is very important that you pay attention and be ready for severe weather to occur in your area today. Now look at the area of heightened awareness that the SPC has outlined with their moderate risk, which indicates that more widespread and possibly significant severe weather is expected, and typically only a few moderate risks are issued per year. The moderate risk area does not mean that you should panic at this point or that tornadoes are the only hazard. In fact, today we are expecting significant hail, which could be just as deadly at times as tornadoes. If you are in the moderate risk area today, make sure you are prepared to respond to any and all forms of severe weather. Now we'll zoom in and focus more on what exactly we're expecting to happen in our area. We are expecting thunderstorms to begin to form this afternoon across western Nebraska and begin to move east into the evening hours. Any of these storms that develop will have the potential of having hail greater than 2 inches in diameter, damaging wind gusts, and also a few tornadoes will be possible. Our area of concern for the greatest tornado potential is generally in southwestern Nebraska, kind of going from the Stapleton area southward through North Platte and even further southward toward Imperial and Stockville. Our best guess timing for this tornado potential is around 5 p.m. through 9 p.m. tonight Central Time. As we get into the overnight hours, we'll begin to lose some of our instability that will fuel this severe weather activity. However, we still may have storms capable of producing hail greater than 1 inch in diameter and damaging winds in excess of 70 miles an hour. We'll conclude this briefing by going over what you should do to prepare in advance of this severe weather situation. It's important to ask yourself the question, what will you do if you get a warning? How will you get that warning information and where will you go? It's important today to pay attention to local forecast updates throughout the day, as conditions during a severe weather situation can change rapidly. Please plan accordingly, especially if you have planned outdoor activities. Good outlets for severe weather information include a NOAA weather radio, trusted local TV and radio, and also on our website at weather.gov/NorthPlatte. Additional forecast and safety information can also be found on our Facebook and Twitter pages, so make sure to give us a follow. This concludes our multimedia briefing. Stay tuned for an update later today.